this one executive order. How you going over there in LA? Waterbooks are?
All is good, my man. It's we don't have much of a winter here. It looks like we're gonna have a sun the rest of the week and some overcast mornings. But I'm it's not too cold. I have no complaints. How are
Right,
things over
yeah.
there?
Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of hot weathers dropped on us, and yeah, I've been taking advantage, getting in the pool every day, and feeling
You-
very, very good from that ocean water, as you'd know.
I Hey, if you can get to it and it's not far away, everyone should. They
Yeah, yeah,
should. You know, uh, there's just something real magical about it. So, no better place to swim too uh, than the ocean. You
yeah.
know,
There's I mean, even the salt water, um, it leaves. I don't know. Obviously, it leaves salt on you, but there's some type of I don't even know how to describe it in words, but there's some type of kind of transfer of energy or something. I think the drop in body temperature from where you're at makes a big difference. But I always walk away feeling more alive, more awake. Um, yeah, it's like a recharge.
man, and no better conditioning, not just for your heart and lungs, but for your upper body. It just a couple months of swimming like that, you'll just. And what do people do that's upper body cardio? If you're not swimming
Yeah,
or swinging punches, if you know what I mean, or using sticks. So yeah, I think the results, and also yeah, the water. I agree with you, and everyone who's really spent some time in the water can agree with you. There's something calming and settling about it, even if you're invigorated, and the ocean. There's always something. There should be something a little scary about it too, to
yeah,
anybody uh, playing in the ocean, just a little. It because you are playing with a big giant bear. you
yeah,
know, you're playing in this, this big thing that it could be dangerous at any moment, but that's just a small bit of it. So
yeah. So we've been lucky enough. We get in a ocean pool, so it's protected. Some waves can come over at times, but it's fairly protected. You kind of get the best of both worlds, and um, yeah, our little one's learning to swim in there with me. So there's also the added benefit of just getting some good quality family time in, um, keeping us active, and even socially, we going down every day, starting to meet familiar faces, and yeah, talk to a few people, and yeah, that's just a good feeling. I think that's something I haven't had a huge sort of part of my life before, so that's that gives you a good feeling too. That's really nice.
and by checking your Instagram, you've been making those dawns, huh?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, yeah,
I don't take a picture every day. I see too many dawns that unless it's really nice, I don't take a picture. You took a beautiful picture, but the last couple dawns have been a little overcast, just not right. So, but it is nice to be up when the sun's rising. It just is. I
yeah.
rode the bike today, uh, just starting right at dawn. So when I was coming home, I was looking right at the sun the whole way,
Right.
and could feel it coming over some hills right on me. It really is a great way to start your day. And I'm still sneaking up on the world too.
Yeah,
Um,
isn't it
work
a
what I've already got that done. You know what I mean? And you get an hour out of any activity. You got that done early in the morning, and some people are still just waking up, getting their newspaper. You know what I mean?
right, right, yeah,
It is kind of cool. So the time I get home, it's like I'm still early for work. So
yeah? And
it
I find I'm managing really well around kind of 6.5 to 7 hours of sleep. Is working good for me at the moment, which is allowing me to get in bed between kind of 10, 11 at night, and still be getting up at the between 5 and 5:30. So that's working for me at the moment. So I'm kind of just going with it.
yeah, that's good. That's all you probably need. Maybe occasional nap on the weekend or something. Just
Yeah, I think I find when especially the grappling, if I get some really heavy grappling, I find my body tells me I need a couple of catch up sleeps here or there. But um, yeah, it's there's definitely something about getting in that rhythm and routine, and the barriers in the hurdles, whether they be mental or whatever they may be, just start to, I think, melt away. You just start to really appreciate the benefit of doing it rather than anything else.
I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Hey, some good news from out there on Twitter. It's Death Squad K Town or A Bizzle. He just did 11 miles. He recorded it on a Fitbit, but 11 miles of cardio, pretty good.
Yeah, very good.
Very good. Glad to hear that. It's I always like when people are trying something and trying to
Yeah,
make that a routine. If you feel me, try to make 11 miles is a lot in one day if you're not running for anything. But I'm glad to see someone's inspired. Someone's trying to lead a dope life, and I'm like happy to say DeJoy Romero's taking some pretty dog pictures
yeah,
in
yeah,
her early mornings, which means her ankles healed up, and that's a beautiful thing.
yeah. That's such
Um,
good news.
yeah, here what I'm trying to do is, I have for many, many, many years, I mean, dozen plus, is run every day unless I'm injured, and I have a knee that's pretty bad, and yet I still like running, so I'm forcing myself to just alternate, run one day, cycle the next, in my early morning thing, which means I can't take my dogs, I can't take my wife. She likes to run with me with the dogs.
Yeah,
It's more of a solo thing, which is good. But the alternating, I just got to develop something that I can do every day that I won't add to my injury on my knee, if you know what I mean.
yeah, I do.
So,
Yeah,
and that's hard to do because I like to run sometimes almost every day because it
yeah,
feels really good. And it's great to take the dogs out and stuff. So I have to, for the big picture, kind of just like lay back. It being winter, getting the ocean is still, it doesn't mean you can't guarantee 7 days a week, maybe 2 days, 3 days, because we could have some storms. So I'm waiting for it to warm up so I can count on at least 5 days a week in the ocean because there's nothing better.
I,
And I'm looking forward to being where you are, in 6 months,
yeah.
where I can, I was just ending kind of the surf season in early November with, after every time I'd surf, I'd go swim for 10 minutes. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is in the ocean. After you've just to go swim 10 minutes,
This is after you surfed.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard because you're tired. Your body's tired, but at first you're a little hot, so you want to cool off. Um, but yeah, getting that extra tank and then getting your body prepared for that extra output feels really good. And also too, nothing tones the upper body. I just got to say that, like freestyle swimming, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, it, so I know we have a Leon's MMA minute today, don't we?
We'll go to that. Let's go straight to that. I know he's got some good analysis there.
Right
All
on,
right.
let's go.
So he's MMA Minute with Leon Vega Suarez.
What's up everyone, Leon Vega Suarez here with the MMA Minute on Dope Living. This week with a preview for UFC London, Anderson Silva against Michael Bisping. Anderson Silva is one of my favorite fighters, so I'm really pumped for this fight. And yeah, I might be a little biased, but I'll try not to be in this preview. Yeah, let's talk about Michael Bisping first. The last couple of years have been a little up and down for him. As most of his UFC career, 10 years ago he won the Ultimate Fighter. Since then, he won a lot of fights, but all the important fights that would have got him a title shot, he lost them. Against Wanderlei Silva years ago, then Chael Sonnen, Vitor Belfort, Tim Kennedy, and Luke Rockhold. He lost all those fights. So he never got a title shot in all those years. He's very close now. He won 2 in a row against Thales Leites in July last year. A decision. Then he won a decision against CB Dollaway, and before that he lost against Luke Rockhold, which was a devastating loss, but Luke Rockhold got a title shot after that, so it shows how legit his opponent was. So he never really lost against irrelevant guys. He always lost against the top of the division. Over the last 3 years, he's 4-3 with wins over Alan Belcher, Kung Lee, CB Dollaway, and Tyler Slater, and losses to Luke Rockhold, Tim Kennedy, and Vito Belfort. So, if you look at it realistically, his wins weren't all that great. I mean, especially the Kung Lee fight was very impressive. He finished him and beat him up. But other than that, Alan Belcher, CB Dollaway, Tyler Slater, not really all the elite of the division. And like I said, his losses came against the top of the division pretty much. Tim Kennedy was at the time at the top of the division as well. So yeah, his skill set is still pretty much the same as it's always been. He has a very technical striking approach, solid jab and right cross, works also a lot of leg kicks, and really combination-based kickboxer in my opinion. He's not really that good at counter-striking. When he gets backed up, he isn't really that dangerous with counter-striking, but he's very aggressive. He moves forward, puts pressure on his opponent, also mixes it up with solid time takedowns sometimes. On top, he's pretty decent. He's very well-rounded. He's a very well-rounded fighter. And yeah, he's been around for a reason. He's been sticking around since 2006 when he won the Ultimate Fighter. He's still relevant in the division, so that shows a lot. And yeah, he's a very interesting style matchup against Anderson Silva, in my opinion. Because in my opinion, Anderson Silva, who's now coming off a suspension after the Nick Diaz win, he didn't look that good against Nick Diaz, I have to be honest. But that's understandable. He broke his leg against Chris Weidman. Before that, he got knocked out by Chris Weidman. 2 tough fights for him. 1 year break after the leg break. Then he came back and fought Nick Diaz, who also came out with a very, very strange game plan. He really didn't fight like he normally fight. Nick Diaz comes forward, puts combinations on his opponents. In this fight, he was really, really defensive and maybe confused Anderson a little bit, because Anderson is a pure counter striker really. He's not really that confident coming forward, and in this fight he was forced to still beat Nick Diaz handily, in my opinion. And against Michael Bisping it will be a lot different, in my opinion. Bisping is really a guy who puts pressure on his opponents, and it will open up possibility for Anderson to counter. And I don't see Michael Bisping outstriking Silva for 5 rounds, winning the decision. I feel like Anderson will at some point catch him, especially if Bisping comes forward. I don't really see Michael Bisping taking Anderson Silva down. Silva has underrated takedown defense. He got taken down by Chael Sonnen and Chris Weidman, who are outstanding wrestlers. He also defended a lot of takedowns against both of them. So he's really solid defensively regarding the wrestling, and I don't see Bisping having that much success taking him down. It really only depends on how much Anderson Silva has left in the tank. If he's completely done, if he really slowed down in this year that he was suspended, if he slowed down even more, if his chin is completely down, his reflexes aren't the same anymore, then Michael Bisping has a chance maybe to land a shot and TKO him. It could happen if Anderson is completely done, but I just don't see it. I feel like Anderson had now 1 year when he was suspended. He wasn't injured. He was able to train. He was able to train this full year, not like the year before when he had to recover from the leg break. So now he's in full force. In my opinion, he has something to prove still. And Michael Bisping is really a solid matchup for him. I'm biased, but I feel like Michael Bisping has nothing for him. If Michael Bisping wins, I will respect it, and it will be his biggest win of his career, no doubt about this. But in my opinion, it will show also that Anderson just doesn't have any more left in his tank. You know, he's 40 years old, 41, and he had a couple tough losses and not that many fights in the last years, so we will see how he looks, but in my opinion this is a very good style matchup for him. I have Anderson Silva winning by TKO in the second, maybe the latest third round. Alright, and talk to you next week with my Rafael dos Anjos against Conor McGregor breakdown next week on Dope Living. Thanks for listening.
Out there.
All right, we're back. I'm not sure what happened there, but we're back anyway. So yeah, we just wanted to do a couple of shout outs on the way out. One was for Kern Michael. I know he's in a nursing home at the moment and recovering, so yeah, give him a shout out. It's Kern, KERN _Michael, and yeah, just send him some love.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Cleo for listening live. That's at Talk to Cleo. It's just we got a question from her. Audio after MA minute is, we'll see.
His question mark. Yeah, something happened there. I got no idea what happened, so I'll work it out on the playback. And yeah, just another one. We've got Brian Freeman, wheelchair jitsu. He's congratulations to him. I know he got a couple of medals in the last week or two, and he's also going to be on a pay-per-view match. So keep an eye out for that. I reckon he'd really appreciate everyone's support.
Yeah, that's Brian Freeman. Yeah, at Wheelchair Jitsu. You can find him on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter.
And what do you got coming up in the following week, WB? Anything interesting?
I've got some work, some surfing, and time with my wife and my dogs. That's really kind of all that's kind of on the agenda. Nothing nothing too big.
That sounds like a good week.
Looking forward to some sunny days and some warm water.
Right on. And yeah, we've got another friend in the community who touched base with me about a rotator cuff injury. So I'm doing as much research on that as possible.
Oh, I know a bit about that. I saved myself from having to have surgery by rehabbing it myself over a year. So shoulders are very, very delicate joints.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to get you in on that conversation then. Maybe we can have a chat about it next week.
For sure.
All right. So thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll catch you next week. Same time, same place.
Thanks. Peace.
Watching them, slightly changing everything. Where Rasta is all about. True love, positivity where we bring. So they should know the words of Jah is ever living. I say deeper, Rasta should be deeper. Whoa. You must care about the people. Deeper, Rasta should be deeper. Yes. I'm a brother's keeper. Deeper, Rasta should be deeper. Whoa. than the turban, more than the robe, and more than the natty ear. It's much, much more than to say Selassie Marcus I. Me no do this for image, me no mimic, me no do this for them. Go and tell them kill it, no do this for material gain. Never call themselves Rasta, they should be ashamed. I call King Selassie name in vain. Tell them it's no game. Them a wolf, so me see them spiraling down. Tell you rock of Gibraltar standing firm and solid ground. Deeper, Rasta should be deeper. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You must care about the people. Deeper, Rasta should be deeper. Yes, yes, yes. I'm my brother's keeper. Deeper, Rasta should be deeper. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And to wear khaki and turban every day. Deeper, Rasta should be deeper. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, man. I'm my brother's keeper. Ever so humble, me no grumble, me a satisfied. With the little that I gave to I and I. Ice green and gold, Jah in control. Promise and is there for I.